Okay, so I watched this video about a Canadian guy that came to China for the first time, and I just want to share my thoughts with you today. So he came to China, he's also a YouTuber, and he was so scared to film while he was walking around on the streets, on the airport, in the restaurants. He said because he was so scared of what he heard on the Western media, that people in China are going to think he's from the Western government, and the governments have so much like tension between them, that he was literally scared to show his family life here because of what, like, he was brainwashed by the Western media. And he finally came to China on that like 144-hour transit visa. I don't know if you guys know, but yeah, it's easy now for people to come visit China for like 144 hours. So he came here and he started his words with the video, "I cannot wait to go back to China." So he was supposed to be only for 144 hours. He went to Shanghai, then he had to leave, then he is coming back immediately. That is how much he loved China. So it's not just my mom. It's not like I brainwashed my mom to tell her how amazing is China. She came to China, she saw how amazing it was, exactly the same as this guy. And he also showed us that on the Canadian, because he's a Canadian, he showed us that on their website, when he wanted to come to China, they sent him an email to tell him, please rethink your visit to come to China. Can you believe? So he said a lot of the people, half of the people told him it is not a good idea to come to China, and the other half really loved it, which is exactly the same what happened to me. I told you guys before I came to China, my family was like, really? Seriously? You want to come to China? Are you sure? They asked me so many questions about that. So yes, he was finally in China. He was scared to make videos, and he showed people on his YouTube channel how many cameras there are here in China on the streets, and he got so many bad comments about that. By the way, look how nice it is to just walk around. This is just a mall like close to my community, the coffee shop where I like to come and study. So yeah, I just wanted to talk with you about that today. But anyway, he showed like all the cameras in China, and people were like, that's exactly why you shouldn't go to China, because it's so dangerous to go there. People are watching your every move. It is so dangerous. But yeah, he got so many negative comments about the cameras, and like, can you believe that people think that it is a bad thing that there are so many cameras here? Don't you think that is the reason why other countries are so dangerous and China is so safe? Because there are so many cameras. Because, you know, when something happens, the police can go to the cameras and check, oh, who stole your bike, if it ever does happen. So that was just crazy to see that so many people were so negative about the cameras. You know my opinion about this. I feel like the cameras are good. The cameras is what makes me feel safe. But besides that, he also got a lot of comments by saying, oh, foreigners have to stay in 4-star hotels. You need to be rich to come here because there are a lot of cameras in the hotel, and foreigners need to be watched all the time to make sure they are not doing anything wrong, and you are paid by the CCP. Like, that is just getting old now. Like, so many YouTubers are showing you the real life in China, and still some of you believe that we are paid by the CCP, which I am here to tell you right now, we are not. We are not paid. We are just showing you the life. We want to prove it to you. And if you feel or you think that we are being paid and we are being followed all the time, it is so bad. Can you please explain to me why people are coming to China for the first time, scared to come to China for the first time because they have been so brainwashed by the Western media, and then they finally come to China and they love their time so much that they are coming back. Like my mom is the perfect example. She came to visit me for the first time. She was only here for 2 weeks. She loved it so much here that she decided to quit her job, leave our house, leave everything behind. My brother, my dad, my whole family is in South Africa, so she's not just coming for me. but that she decided to leave that behind to come live in a country like China. Like, talking about the cameras, right? I'm here. There's no one there. There's literally no one sitting here. And these bikes just here. There's no kids. Oh, there are some kids there, but I don't know whose bike. They just leave it here. And that is why, again, I want to talk about the cameras, like why it is so good to have cameras around. Because like now, there's a price on here, right? I can scan the WeChat and just leave because I already paid. And maybe, you know, if someone wants to do something wrong, there are cameras everywhere. Like, hey, you took my bracelet, give it back. Once when I picked up my mom from the airport, I literally did the same. There was no one around. The shop was already closed, but the WeChat code was there and the flower prices were there. So I just took the flowers and I bought it and nothing ever happened. So I agree completely. But every time he talked about like the government, or he talked about like he's scared to even go into a restaurant, he literally lowered his voice so much because I think he had the fear of like someone is listening to him, someone is watching him. Because even though he loved it in China, he still like was used to the feeling of what the media taught him of like it's dangerous here, people are watching you, you're going to be detained. Because he literally said in his video he was so scared to take videos in the airport of police being everywhere because he was so amazed by the police everywhere, but he didn't want to take a video because he was scared he was going to be detained. He went to a basketball game in Shanghai and he said it was so scary actually because like he had to take off his hat, his glasses, everything, because here everything works with your face recognition, right? And I'm so used to that it was actually kind of weird to listen that he was so not scared about that, but like a little bit worried, and he was like, who's watching me? So for me to listen to this video, it doesn't make any sense because like when I came to China, I didn't do YouTube yet. So I knew like people are friendly, because something that he was so amazed about is, again, that he was a foreigner going into shops and like looking around, fitting on clothes, and people were so friendly to him. And he was scared to actually go into a shop at first because he was so scared. He's a foreigner. Chinese people think foreigners are the enemy or something like that. And yeah, he was surprised by how friendly people are. But my point is, I didn't make YouTube videos when I came to China, so I knew that people were friendly. So when I started making YouTube videos, I promise you, I never even had a thought that I'm not allowed to take a video here or here or here. Because I know if I'm not allowed, maybe for some reason, which has never happened, people will just tell me, oh, I'm not allowed to take a video. It's not going to be a serious thing like, oh, I'm going to be detained. So to hear something like that, it really just proves to me again and again why a YouTube channel like this should exist, to show people the real life in China, but most importantly to motivate people to come and see for yourselves, because people are not going to believe it until they see it. People are really just going to be closed-minded and believe that I'm being paid, believed that people are watching me all the time. I'm forced to talk good about stuff, which is not the truth at all. Like just last night, someone on Instagram messaged me and asked me, can I please help them to come to China because there are so many scams and so many lies going around. She's not sure if she should come to China. How is life really here? And can I please help her? Like, how can she come to China if she does decide to take that leap of faith? So that is exactly what I'm trying to do here. And I also actually thought like maybe I should start like a website to help people to come to China, because I would like everyone to have this kind of opportunity, to have this safe, better life here with so many things to see all the time. Life is never boring. Life is safe. Good job opportunities. Yeah, really nice. Look at this cool bridge, by the way. It's really just like a different kind of world. The last thing I do want to say that was also, again, it just like makes you appreciate it more, is he was so surprised by how clean it is in China, and like how the roads are not broken, the sidewalks are not broken, the metro system is so clean and organized. And for me, living here for a while, I do take it sometimes for granted that, you know, it is just daily life, that is how it's supposed to be. but it isn't how it is all over the world. So definitely when I see stuff like that, it makes me appreciate the cleanliness even more. It will be amazing if you can just come and see it for yourself. But until you have the opportunity to come here, I promise I'll do my best to keep on showing you the real life in China. But yeah, if you haven't liked and subscribed, please do. I appreciate your support so much. And yeah, I will see you hopefully in China soon. Please always ask me for advice if you do need, and if you would like to come to China, please just let me know down in the comments below. I'm always here for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.